I'd like to call the meeting to order. It is 6 p.m. on October 27th. And let the record reflect that all elected and appointed board members are present. Pledge of allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And our student rep Bella is here. She snuck in. I didn't see her. All right. Review of the agenda. Any additions, changes? I know we have executive session afterwards for 15 minutes. Anything else, Mr. Green or Dr. Green?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. You want to do good news and celebrations?
Yes, we'll start with just recognition that October is Disability History Awareness Month, and campuses have been celebrating and recognizing disability awareness to increase understanding and awareness of disabilities. So we wanted to start with that, and then we're going to transition to recognize our students and staff of the month at each campus. This is new to bring them to the board, and the elementaries obviously don't bring every grade level, but they're choosing one grade level a month that they bring, and we're going to hand out certificates. We're gonna go by campus, we'll go students and then teachers, and then we're gonna take their group picture in front of the backdrop for the website and social media.
Awesome.
Just wanna recognize the great work that's happening in our buildings, so. Kayla's gonna be in charge of pictures. So we're gonna start with Gold Bar Elementary. So we'll start with students of the month, June Montoya. If they're here, they can come up. Alder Coletti. Carlos Alonso Rojas. Derek Sullivan. And the staff member of the month is Heather Rummel. So go right up there, they'll take your picture. Okay, Sultan Elementary School, Sparrow Hershey. Beckham Gale. Hey Beckham, is that you? Come here. Lawson Gary. And the staff member of the month is Amanda McKay. Oh.
Congratulations.
Go back over there for your mom so she can get a picture. Okay, we'll move on to Sultan Middle School. Emma Holly. Mustaqim Sheikh. Oh, you're good. Jordan Brown.
Yeah, you can stand right there for now. Then we'll do a group picture.
Corinne Bogan. Jesus De La Rosa. Lila Nicewater. Congratulations. And staff members of the month for the middle school, Brooke Lomans.
Makes a grand entrance.
I like your sweatshirt. Tessa Burry. And Miss Darcy Murphy.
Okay, we're picturing
Pictures, guys.
Ready, 1, 2, 3. Awesome job, guys.
And from Sultan High School student Addison Plummer. And the staff of the month is Lourdes Aguilar Castaneda. Addison, did you get your picture? No. Come on. Thank you very much. So if we want to take a moment, if the students and families up to them, 1 minute to step out, then they.
Before we move on, you guys, we appreciate you coming. We would love to have you stay for the whole thing, but we understand that you're here for the celebration and if you'd like to head out, we don't mind. Thanks so much for coming.
Have a good night. Thank you. Thanks for coming.
All right, before we move on, we have a new student board representative that we're going to present to the board. A committee gets together each year and interviews students that are interested in being board student reps. And this year we had, was it 4 or 5 interviews? 4? And the committee is putting forth Olivia to be our board rep, and the board just will need to vote on that. Does anyone have questions or comments? Bella, do you want to say anything?
Olivia is an amazing student. I don't know if you guys have seen her at the elementary school, but we love Olivia. Olivia's awesome. I'm very excited.
Can I get a motion to approve our new junior class student rep?
I make a motion to approve our new junior class rep of the school board.
Second,
I second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, you're gonna get sworn in.
Are you ready? Okay. This is your copy.
You wanna stand up and
Yeah.
come right over?
Come around. But this is your copy, I filled it in for you. So. Okay, are you ready? Okay, raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Olivia Lish,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the laws of the state of Washington
and the laws of the state of Washington
and all local ordinances,
and all local ordinances,
and that I will faithfully and impartially perform
and that I will faithfully and impartially perform
and discharge the duties of the office
and discharge the duties of the office
of Student Board Representative,
of Student Board Representative,
Sultan School District Number 311,
Sultan School District Number 311,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Have a seat up here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Look forward to working with you. All right, we had no questions from our last meeting to answer, and we had no one sign up for public comment today. So we will skip all of that. And we are to reports. Bella, do you have a student rep report?
Yeah, so we recently completed interviews and we selected Olivia, as you can see, so that went really, really well. And we had 4 people interview, which is more than we've ever had. So that was really awesome and really fun process. And then now that we do have a new board member with me, we can actually start making our initiatives for the year. We can start planning on what we actually want to do, and we can start visiting our elementary schools and our middle schools, which Olivia is very used to. And then as for sports, we are almost into our postseason for most sports. I don't have all the records because we're pretty far in the season, but senior nights have happened for all the sports but volleyball. Volleyball is this upcoming Tuesday, and I'm a senior in volleyball, so you guys could all go. And then we had our homecoming, which was really, really good. The speakers in our gym are blown, so it had to be in the commons, but it was still a blast. And that's about it. Oh, we're gonna have to test that out. But yeah, so everything's going good so far.
Great, thank you very much. And campus reports, are we discussing those
They're
at all, or-
attached if
Okay.
anybody has questions.
All right. Monthly financial report. You're up, Mitch.
All right, quick and painless. How's everybody doing?
Doing
Good.
good. We're all here.
Alive and kicking, we're all.
We'll see how we are after your financial report.
All right, well, bad news is that, FTE still remains well below what we budgeted for. So as we go throughout the year, we just have to make sure that we watch our spending. And, you can't spend money that you don't bring in. And so we start up front with, holding back the reins. And then as the year goes by, we loosen up a little bit as we can. So that's always the because we want to give as much as we possibly can. But there are times where we just have to hold back. So ALE enrollment, again, the red line across, that's our budgeted line. So we budgeted for 66 FTE and we're at 44.2 for the annual average. And then SPED enrollment, we budgeted for 388 and we're at 372. So SPED numbers tend to, fluctuate at the beginning of the year because we're still doing evaluations and such. So we'll see how the numbers come in at the beginning of November. So I showed you this picture before with the fund balance comparison. We are the light blue line. So while we're above the other years as we start the year, that's fund balance. That's not cash in the bank. So they're two different things. We are what's known as an accrual school district, so we have to book revenues for when we know that they're for, and expenditures when we know they're for. So at the end of the year, there's a lot of back and forth. And so last month, you would have seen the fund balance was like $2.7 million, and it's gone down just a little bit because expenditures had to be accrued backwards. And it will go down yet again because I had more expenditures. There are certain expenditures that we don't really, it's kind of odd. We have to book them by accounting rules. So things like an E-rate discount, where we get a $196,000 discount because EdNetics bills USAC, the Universal Services Administration Company, so the federal government. So EdNetics bills them directly for their share, which is the $196,000, and bills us for the $49,000. I have to book that $196,000. It's a year-end journal entry because we just got the invoice the beginning-ish of September. So that's $200,000 that now becomes an expense in last year, and it reduces that ending fund balance. So that's the fund balance comparison. Then we look at cash. Cash is what we have in the bank with the county, and we're writing at the end of September about $2.7 million. Payroll alone usually eats up about $2.4 million. And I know that I've got about $800,000 worth of accounts payable sitting in accounts payable right now to pay the end of this month. Some of that $800,000, I gotta say, is capital projects. Not as much as earlier months because we've finished the projects for the year, the big projects. And so here's capital projects with $2 million in the bank. So that's $2 million in the bank there. We did get some impact fees. Impact fees are the fees you get for new houses that come in. There's a certain rate that each city, Gold Bar has a fee structure, and Sultan has a fee structure. Right now, if you build a house in Sultan, it costs you about $14,000 in impact fees. And so we got some big payments from Century Communities, or Century, I don't know what the second, but up on the hill, the building that's going up there off Basin, we got about $300,000, and that's sitting in the local bank still. I haven't transferred it to the county yet. So it doesn't show in that dollar figure there. Impact fees can only be used for expansion of facilities. You can't use it for computers. You can't use it for anything but the fees are for the impact of the additional students that come to your building. Debt service, that's, our typical up and down. We're gonna see another spike coming up because we got a payment due in December. We transfer money in from capital projects to pay for two of the bonds. We transfer money in from general funds to pay for the original bond that was run in 2020. And then here's ASB, and this is where I congratulate the students because you want to see those lines to continue to jump over and over and over again. So, thank you. Then Transportation Vehicle Fund, this is our, yellow buses. So you could see when we've bought buses, because the money's up and then it goes down. And then in August, we get our depreciation revenue from the state and it goes back up. 3-year comparison, this is September to September to September 23 through 25. You can see that normally, about 7%-ish is pretty much an average, and we're right about there for budgeted expenditures versus money coming in. Now, I do have to put the caveat that we have increased budget. If you see, we went up $1.8 million between 23 and 24, and then 24 and 25. There's a pretty big increase there. There's almost a $4 million increase. That's the one we have to watch, right? So we may be 7% of budgeted, but we budgeted a higher number. So we'll just keep watching that. That's revenues, this is expenditures, I'm sorry, I should go backwards. So 39,000 to 41,000 to 46,000, so there is the $400,000 increase. Again, 7.37%. It seems like a good number to be at, but remember that's 46 million based on 80 to 90 more FTE. So this is the time of year where you're gonna see, from me, you're gonna see slides from the current month, and then you're gonna see slides for year end. And you're gonna see them this month, you're gonna see them next month because of the fact that I'm doing year end close, so the numbers do change, right? So if you look at August expenditures there, $41.8 million was budgeted. But you see the column that says what we spent. It's $43 million. So we've overspent expenditures, and that's not okay. So that's something that we have to make sure that we watch as we go throughout this year so we don't do it again. That's revenue, sorry. Again, I did the same thing. Expenditures are $42 million. We're still above expenditures, and I'm still in the year-end process. But I'm at the tail end of that. I got 2 more major projects to do, and it's due tomorrow. So it was due Friday, I got an extension. So here's the simple numbers. September, year to year, expenditures over revenues. So if it's red, we've spent more than we brought in. So you can see at year end, we actually brought in more than we spent through the accrual process and booking revenues when they should have been booked for. Questions? I know I talked way more than I should have, but I like to hear myself talk. Come on, you could smile. It's a board meeting.
Michael, any questions?
No questions.
Mike?
No questions.
Isaac?
No question.
Marianne?
I do have a question. The numbers in here where there's shortfalls on revenues, Were those recreated spreadsheets or were those spreadsheets that you located for previous year's numbers?
I recreated.
Okay, thank you.
They weren't Dan's.
No, no. I don't have any electronic files. I tend to bring my own stuff and create my own stuff and throw it out there. So if there's something you like, I'm happy to show. If there's something you don't like, just let me know, because I'll change.
Bella, Olivia, you guys any questions? No? All right. You're off the hook. Thank you. Superintendent's report.
Okay, thank you for recognizing staff and students of the month. I think it's really important that the community knows that all the great things that are happening on campus. So the more we can put those things out in front of people, we're working on relaunching our social media to highlight more. There's a lot of posts about just what's going on, but trying to increase images of students in classes doing the things that they like to do, so we can get those messages out there. Impact or update on CFAC. CFAC met last week, got some input from them, Mitch, myself, Dr. Douglas, Charlie, Dave. We'll be meeting again, to prep some materials for them for the November meeting, as we contemplate a bond measure for next November. We know that tonight we're asking you to approve the levy resolutions for February election. The levy has to pass, for us to even think about continuing close to current operation. So I put in some time in with that. For next school year, we've been meeting with stakeholders and starting the process of reinitiating the district's parent partnership program. I think I mentioned to you last month, we lost 190 students to Monroe's parent partnership program this school year. So we're in the process of reaching out to those families and seeing their interest in engaging in a dialogue on what they're looking for, so we can try to recreate something meaningful for them and recapture that enrollment and serve them locally. So that's a big priority for us over the next couple months as we prepare to budget and get ready for the 26-27 year. Youth sports meeting was last Wednesday, another well-attended meeting. The group has now elected a board, so they have a 5-member board. We're meeting again in 2 weeks to help them just get some of their things off the ground with the hopes of something meaningful for students in the community to launch in January. Wrestling and basketball of some sort are probably the two first things. And then Chris Hill and the cabinet, we're working on trying to help them secure grants for some of the more costly things like equipment for things like football, that they'll need some help getting off the ground. Dr. Douglas and I've been working with a local mental health professional, Alyssa Kingsbury, establishing what's referred to on the I-5 corridor as a mobile response team. It is a collaboration between districts that when you have emergency situations that you don't know that your internal people can process, you bring in staff from other districts to help people debrief and grieve through certain things. And so that individual went and got trained on Friday. I met with the Monroe superintendent, the Skycoma superintendent, and I'm waiting to hear back from the index superintendent, but they've been really receptive to a collaborative approach where we can share staff in times of need. So I think that's a step in the right direction for us. We are, last update, working on the initial steps of moving our student information system from PowerSchool to Cumulative, which will allow the district to operate all of its systems in one system in Cumulative. So you've probably heard the financial system's been in Cumulative for a little over 2 years. The student system has stayed in PowerSchool. That is not allowing our systems to communicate really well, which still requires a lot of human entry. This will open up the doors for things like IEPs to be directly connected to student records where teachers can see them. Online registration for families, so they will not need a paper-based packet. They can do it in real time and turn it in, which should help us get more accurate kindergarten numbers as we do spring enrollment, because we can see those pending packets live instead of waiting for people to maybe come drop them off or waiting for office staff to return and then count them or enter them. So, and then finally, voting is next week for the school board election. So we will be encouraging people to vote and do their civic responsibility, so we can do the same things in February when our measure is on the ballot. So good luck to all of you that are on the ballot and
Almost all of us.
I'm the only one that's not.
Yes, ma'am. So next Tuesday. For board information, some big upcoming events, there's a SHS band concert tomorrow at 6:30 if you're interested. SMS band concert is Wednesday at 6:30. Girls soccer has their first playoff game Thursday at home at 6. Varsity football has their first playoff game Friday at home at 7. And parent conferences are next week. So school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, conferences Wednesday evening, Thursday and Friday. That's all I have.
Great, thank you. Do we have any comments or questions on consent agenda items? Michael? Mike? Isaac? Marianne?
No.
Ladies? Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I motion to approve the consent agenda.
A second?
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, motion passes. All right, we're on to business. Approval of resolution 2502 and 2503. Replacement educational programs and operations levy. Dr. Granger?
Yeah, so asking for a motion on the replacement EP&O levy first, that's slated at $1.60, which I believe, Mitch, is 3 to 4 cents less than current collection on the EP&O side. That's the first resolution in front of you. The second resolution is capital projects levy. That's at 90 cents collection, matches current, 10 cents less. So the total collection is for $2.50. We're targeting that capital projects levy to come off the books at a time when we would align a bond repayment schedule if we're fortunate to pass the bond next November. So that we would utilize the 90 cents collection for taxpayers to offset the cost of any bond. So if, say, a bond in theory was $1.10 per thousand, we would say the 90 cents is coming off, the $1.10 is going on, so for 20 cents more. Those are made up numbers, none of them have been priced out, but so asking for the board to approve both of these so we can file them with the county elections office and get the things out there. We will be advertising for yes and no committees as is required by law. So those messages will go out. So if you hear anybody that's interested in serving on those committees, we will bring them back to the board next month for appointment.
Questions? Michael?
No.
Isaac? Marianne?
No.
Bella, Olivia?
No.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve resolution 2501, replacement educational programs and operations levy, February 2026 election? 02?
O2.
Okay.
Two.
I motion to 25-2602.
25-.
Sure.
25-02, replacement educational program and operations levy for February 2026 election. Thank you, Michael. Do I have a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, motion passes. And then can I get a motion to approve resolution 25-03, replacement capital projects levy for the February 2026 election?
Motion to approve resolution 2526-03, replacing capital projects levy, February 2026.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes. Thank you. All right, we're on to policies. Policy 1111, oath of office. Dr. Granger, did you have anything to say on that one?
This is, all the policies you see in front of you tonight are out of the WASDA policy and legal news from September. This one has to deal with the oath of office being updated to reference the Constitution of the State of Washington by RCW. So asking for approval from the board. All those elected or appointed in November will take the oath of office at the December meeting, which will be a business meeting. We only have one in December. Well, that'll have action in it, so it'll be a business meeting. So just asking for board approval.
Questions or comments on that? Bella, Olivia, Marianne?
No.
Isaac?
No.
Michael, Mike?
No.
Michael. Can I get a motion to approve first read of policy 1111?
I make a motion to approve the first read of policy 1111, oath of office.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
I heard him
Yep,
first.
Isaac Beanie.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, passes. Policy 1210, annual organization meeting.
This also a update from WASDA, deals with the first regular meeting in December is when you do your board elections. This will be for president, vice president, and WIA rep is not listed, but we do elect that in this district. The legislative rep is the only one that's a two-year, and it's not up this December.
Next year.
It'll be up in the even numbered years. So just asking to get the policy aligned with the update from WASDA.
Questions, Michael, Mike,
Nope.
Isaac, Marianne, ladies? All right, can I get a motion to approve first read of policy 1210?
I make a motion to approve first read of policy 1210, annual organization.
Second,
I second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, passes. Switch to the next one. Policy 2021, library information and technology programs.
This is also a WASDA update to deal with changes in law around library and teaching materials. So you see that in front of you. I don't have anything to add.
Yeah, any questions, anyone?
No.
Can I get a motion to approve first read of policy 2021, library information and technology programs?
I make a motion to approve policy number 2021, library information and technology programs. First read.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you for that enthusiastic second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, policy 2170, career and technical education, first read.
This is also an update to the WASDA model policy that addresses the individuals who are protected under the state law for against harassment. Also addresses the requirement for a technology advisory committee that the district has already been conducting. So we're already in compliance with that portion, just needing to codify a policy.
Any questions?
Nope.
Nope. Can I get a motion to approve first read of policy 2170, career and technical education?
I motion to approve the policy 2170, career and education, first read.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? All right, that one passes. Policy 5000, recruitment, selection, and evaluation of staff, first read.
Yeah, and I'm gonna address the next three together because they are on there because some of them are cross-referenced in the other policies. So when one got updated, even though 5005 wasn't on the WASDA list because it caused a change in a cross-reference, I brought them together just so that they would be at the same time. So this has to deal with the selection and identification of staff and bringing it to the board for approval. This is already reflected in letters that are issued by HR that codify the things that have to be done pending board approval. So, and then the last one is volunteers, just so we can talk about it at the same time. This is cross-referenced in the other policy, and we're just bringing a change to bring that up to date. And that has to do with an update in how they deal background checks in volunteers, because unsupervised volunteers are required to do a fingerprint background check, as we discussed at the study session, because that's the one that goes to all 50 states. The only people we have identified right now in the district as unsupervised volunteers are coaches. So we will rely on our building administrators and department heads to let us know if they are bringing in a volunteer that would have unsupervised access, and then we would go down that path. Also, we are in the process of securing a digital fingerprint scanner for the district, so prospective employees and our employees would be able to access that without having to go to Anacortes or somewhere else, and the turnaround time would be faster. So I just talk about all three of those because they're closely connected, but happy to answer any questions.
Does anyone have questions on all three of those?
No questions.
No?
Nope.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve first read of policy 5000, recruitment, selection, and evaluation of staff?
I make a motion to approve policy 5000, selection and recruitment, evaluation of staff, first read.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Mike got that one. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Policy 5005, Can I get a motion to approve policy 5005, employment and volunteers, disclosure, certification requirements, assurances, and approval, first read?
I make a motion to approve policy 5005, first read, employment and volunteers, disclosure, certification requirements, assurances, and approval.
Can I have a second?
Aye.
Thank you. So enthusiastic. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, policy 5630, first read. Can I get a motion to approve? Policy 5630, first read, volunteers.
I make a motion to approve policy 5630, volunteers, first read.
And a second.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that one passes.
Thank you. Any quarterly, when those policy and legal newses come out, we have more policies than normal. As we discussed before, we're working with WASDA to do now one series at a time with the essential policies to comply with law that are out of date, and they'll come as one action item in a block. So still the ability to pull them out if somebody wanted, but instead of doing a whole series one at a time, we'll bring you the legally required ones first. That could be from any series, and then we'll go 1,000 to 6,000 and get them updated, so that way the people that are impacted by those, so the HR ones will be reviewed by Isaac. Mitch needs to spend some time in the business office ones. The principals need to spend some time in the 3,000 student section, so we'll start having those people review their pertinent sections.
Perfect, thank you. All right, that is it. We do have executive session for about 15 minutes, so if we can come back, let's give us 5 minutes, so come back at 6:41. Do I have a motion to adjourn and then go into executive session?
A motion to adjourn.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, meeting adjourned. Thank you.